They have this phrase in Eureka Springs that is, "That's so Eureka." And what they mean by that is basically what I call squirrel syndrome. While you're going someplace, you get distracted by like 5 other places, and you end up doing 10 different things that you didn't intend on doing before you actually get what you wanted to do accomplished. And then it also has to do with the fact that nothing around here opens at a normal hour. It's always at some strange hour. For example, I went to go pay out of my campsite today, and they're not open yet. So I'm gonna have to call them back in a little bit. And I went to go get gas at a gas station, and it wasn't open. And it's not like it's super early. So that's so Eureka of them. But I am on my way to go to Little Rock, and looking a little crazy. Decided to let my hair dry before I hit the road. So maybe somewhere between here and Little Rock I'll fix it, and then I won't look nuts. Probably gonna be a bandana day, just saying. Highway 7 in Arkansas. It goes from Harrison down toward Little Rock, and I must say that I had to stop here. I'm really sad. Behind this gate is something that used to bring me so much joy and is now closed and overrun and really sad. So whenever I was little, there was this place called Dog Patch. It was a theme park that was based on this cartoon called Little Abner that a lot of people haven't heard of, but that's okay. Anyway, it was one of the coolest places ever for me, because it wasn't just like a normal theme park. It was like really, like, I don't know, it was different. We'd always gone to places like Six Flags, and this place was a lot different because it had a little village, and they had these little canoes, and the canoes were so awesome to me, and I remember, and will for probably ever remember, the little yellow canoes. Anyway, so the place closed. Long story short, it's now a defunct theme park, and the gate's closed. I wanted to take a tour, but I didn't know who to contact or anything like that, so we're just having to stare at it from behind the gate. Somebody actually has bought it and is doing some improvements on it, so they've cleaned it up a little bit. So I don't know, one day, maybe one day. This place is awesome. The mountain itself is carved out by the river, and the water here, I don't know if you can see this, but it has a blue cast to it, so it's absolutely beautiful. It's clear, and then it goes into like this blue, and behind us is this really neat bridge that we crossed over a while ago. They've had a lot of rain, so there's a little washout and stuff like that, but it is super cool, and I'm really happy that I stopped off at this spot. There's one more path that's pretty even and clearly marked and not affected by all of the flooding. So I'm gonna come on this, and what's weird about it is it kind of has the same consistency as like a beach, and there is a swimming sign, so maybe before all the craziness happened, this is where people would come and swim. I don't know, but it's really cool. I'm really happy that I happened upon that. My only regret is that I wish I would have known that this was going to be sand instead of packed like the other one, because I wore Chucks and they don't have as much grip on them. These aren't my usual hiking shoes. This path is really cool because it leads all the way up under the bridge and to the waterfront on this part. So it's more river views. A little bit further down, it's kind of flooded. So there's a path that's on the other side of the flooded area, but I was reading there's a little building that's beyond that flooded area. And I wish I could get there, but I don't know what's in that water. And that water isn't as clear. So on this side it was really blue, and on this side it's not quite as clear. So I don't know. Can't go through the Ozarks without stopping off at least 1 or 2 scenic overlooks, and this one is above the Buffalo River. So we're about 2,100 feet above sea level and about 1,400 feet above the river itself, which is where we hiked a while ago. So we've gone way up, a lot of ear popping on the way up here. Anyway, so this is one of the highest vistas in this area. It has a beautiful, breathtaking view, and if you look about 40 miles in that direction, you can actually see Missouri. Guess what? We have another tower! So we're gonna go up this tower and see how it changes our perspective, even though it's not quite as high. That tower by far felt more sturdy than either of the other two I've done, just because it is all wood and a lot of the wood on it is new wood. So it's pretty sturdy, a lot less scary, a lot less difficult because it had wide pathways, and as you can see it's probably only 2 stories tall, so that's not too bad. But the views up there were nice, not much different than the views right here, but overall good stop on my way to Little. The scenic route was awesome because I got to stop off a couple places, but I will say I have never been so tired in my life after driving round and round and round and round and round. I am so excited to get to an actual highway again where I can go one consistent speed for the next 70 miles. Yay!